Okay guys, we're gonna do a recap video of Friday's day trades. Friday we traded two stocks. We traded COHN and UONE. So we'll take a look at COHN. We can see that it is clearly gapping up from $10 up to $24. So it made a nice move up here, and we'll jump. We can see here that we took two trades, one up here and one down here. So we'll take a look at the 1 minute chart and we'll break down the trades. Okay, so again we can see that it was trading around $9. It high of 24 pre-market. It was pulling back here. It pulled back and I jumped in for a dip buy. My trade was after this halt. As soon as the gate opened, as soon as the market opened, it opened at let's see, $20 down here. It went all the way up to $22, halted for 10 minutes, then it resumed at 23.10. It resumed from the halt. It opened here on this candle, 23.10, and then I saw that it dipped. So it dipped, and then on the dip, so whenever I jumped in, like around right under $23 and sold up here at $24. So almost a whole, just about a whole dollar per share. Jumped in right under 23, sold some up here at 23.80 and some at 24. So a very nice trade there, a whole dollar per share on the dip buy. As you can see here, I got a pretty good exit because it 24.44 was the high, and I got my best position was at $24. And after that you can see that it failed. Usually whenever they pull back this hard, you can't really get any shares filled on the ask up here. You can't really sell up this high because it'll just pop up and immediately pull back. So I did pretty good by selling some here at 24. And so we can see here that it failed, came down to $21. It halted for 5 minutes. It resumed and hit a low of 18.50, halted for 5 minutes, and then here we're just kind of consolidating, just going sideways. We did take one more trade on this stock, and it was over here. So okay, this was a pretty interesting trade because there was clearly support here on this level at $17. Yeah, I mean, this thing, it tapped this level so many times. Down here, you can see it on the 5 minute, a little bit more clear maybe. Yeah, so here you can see it tapped it, shoot about 8 times, $17. So we knew clearly if it broke this level, it was gonna fail. We're gonna get a nice flush. It was gonna fail pretty hard, and it did. Not as hard, but it did fail. So support was $17. It hit a low of 15.50. So, a nice little drop there. That was a potential entry on a dip buy, and I did take that trade because I was watching it. So $17, it broke 17. It flushed all the way down to 15.80. I got filled at 15.85. That was my entry there on this orange candle, orange arrow. 15.85, sold up here around 16.50. 1665, 1670. So almost a whole dollar per share on that trade. That was pretty awesome. And then we took, let's see, we took any more trades on this one. I believe that was my last trade. Yeah, that was my last trade on that stock, COHN. The other stock that I traded today was UONE. This stock was, I left a lot of money on the table on this one, but it's okay. So here we were trading at $25. It made a move up to 55, pulled back, broke VWAP, this orange dotted line to the downside, and then out of the gates, this thing blasted through the gates, blasted through VWAP. It opened at $40. It hit a high of $55. Nice $14 move. Okay, so we'll take a look at where we traded this stock. So we'll kind of bring this back over here. We only took one trade on this one. It's heavier. It's more expensive. It's a more expensive stock. So we're limited on funds, and of course, these expensive stocks, they usually have a spread of $1 plus. And if you buy, $100 on the ask, you're automatically down $1 per share on the bid. So if it goes the wrong way, that loss could be a huge loss. So it's always safe to just get in there with a smaller share size, at least in the beginning. So this one we can see that it was trading around $40. It moved up, halted at $43 for 5 minutes, resumed higher. It pulled back. It hit a high of 45.80 up here. It pulled back on this dip. Is whenever I jumped in. It hit a low of 43.26. I jumped in around that level and sold some up here around 45. So I was up $1 or something per share on that entry. Entry at 43 and sold at some at 45 and some at 46. So that was a very nice solid trade on that stock. Of course, look at this. I mean, my exit was at 46 and it hit a high of 54. So it kept going. It really kept going. $10 from my last exit point, and I got out at a pretty good spot. You just don't know how strong some of these stocks are going to be. I guess whenever I start trading with bigger share size, I'll sell half and maybe sell another half and hold the other half and just ride it out until I start seeing that weakness coming down. On this stock, I was afraid that if it turned around quick, if it hit a low of $43, it was going to just flush and come all the way down to 36. I mean, it has that potential to come down that hard. So I was just kind of wanted to get out. And I believe this was like one of my first trades of the day, so I was pretty I wanted just to lock in some profit and have a cushion on the day. But that is my goal. Later on down the road, as the stocks are moving higher, either sell half and sell another half and hold the remaining amount for the bigger move, or once it makes that first move and I have cushion on the day, watch that pullback and jump in on that pullback for a move higher, sell half, and do the same. Pull back and jump in on that next leg up for a move higher, and I mean that's where your profits will multiply. Right now I'm just kind of just taking it nice and slow, taking this little small profit, small gains. Don't want to get greedy. My rule is don't come in the market expecting to win. Just come in the market with patience, patience, and patience. Keep that in mind, your patience, and the trade will come to you. There's no need for you to rush after it. So, like for example, here, let's say that 54.15. It's made a huge move, and let's say you're not being patient, you're chasing the stock. So you jump in here at $54 on this candle, this next candle. Well, in this candle, it flushed all the way down to 44. So from $52 down to 44, you're down $8 per share, um, because you wanted to chase it. You just wanted to win so bad, and it halted going down. Luckily, this one resumed higher, but if you got in up here, there's no way you're going to recover that loss. So I'm happy with this. I would rather take this every day, all day, instead of jumping up here and then flushing. Now, of course, you could have jumped up here around this candle, around this level, and made that, move higher, but you just have to be careful with those. This is a little bit riskier trade here. It's a micro pullback. It's a solid entry, but you're jumping in extended. The candle's pretty extended already, so just have to be careful with that. This is a safe entry here. I mean, you could have gone in heavy on size on this trade, and for that move higher, because you're already buying at the low. Worst case scenario, it flushes another dollar. I mean, you're down $1 from your entry, but it's better than buying from up here $51 or $54. So before you jump in there, know what you're risking, know how much you're risking, know what your tolerance is, and just kind of just go from there and make your decision off of that. Uh, Again, if you miss some trades, don't get all panicky about it. Don't start jumping into anything and everything that's moving, because you will lose. I've been through that. You will lose. So just be patient, just take a breath, slow it down, and let the trade come to you. All right, guys, any questions, just let me know. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you enjoy these videos. All right, guys, thanks.